Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Leti. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Italy. It's so weird to say 21, like, it's so weird. I literally just had my birthday like 2 weeks ago, and saying I'm 21, it's so weird. And this is my first video, so thank you for watching. It's been like about a year that I've been following booktube, so I'm excited to make my channel because why not? One of my things that I decided to do more in 2022 is reading, so I was like, maybe I should do something to influence myself to read more, and this is it. Other than keeping up with my book journal and my Goodreads and everything. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to see my next videos. Thank you. So these are the questions of the book newbie tag. I don't know what I'm doing, so I hope you enjoy. First question is, why did you start this channel? Well, first of all, I don't have a lot of friends that read, so I don't have anybody to talk about the books I'm reading. Also because the friends that I have that read don't read my genre of books that I usually read. So, you know, I literally have no one to talk about the books I read. So I'm gonna talk about it here. That is what I want to do. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I'm really excited to make new friends and to, you know, find out about more genres that I usually don't read and read more books that I usually wouldn't read. What are you... Oh no, I already said that. Oh fuck, I forgot. One question. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? So other than reading, one of my hobbies is cooking, and I really love doing so. So hopefully I can do something about reading and cooking together, or like something mixed of the two of them. I have some ideas, so you guys will have to wait and see what I mean by these ideas. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Why do you love reading? I love reading because I love to live lives that are not mine, because I hate my life. No, I'm kidding, I don't. But sometimes it's really hard, and books just give you that one push to do whatever you want and live another life that you will never live. Also, I just love being in a total different world than mine. And also I love reading because like people literally create this world, like in world building, like they create the characters, the world, the how they live, the contest, whatever, and it's so cool like that someone's brain did that. Like I could never. I love reading because of that. What book or series got you into reading? Well, this is a good question. I think it was The Hunger Games. I feel like it's a really good book because Katniss is such a good character. Because I don't know, I love her. I did scouts, and one time we had camp and the theme was Hunger Games, and I didn't know what it was, and so I figured out it was a book. I read the first book before going to camp. I was in love, so I read the book. I went to camp, came back, read the two other books, saw the first movie because it was the only one that was out, I think, and I was in love. So after that I was like, maybe I really like more books, so I went picked up other books. So that's how I started reading more, other than school books that they gave me, thanks to Hunger Games. And Katniss is still my comfort character. Hunger Games, it's still my comfort book. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Well, the questions are basically two. One of them is, don't you ever get tired of reading? Because there's some booktubers that read like 6 or 7 or 8 books a month, and I'm just like, I would literally get tired of reading after like 2 books or 3 books a month, you know? Not 2 but 3, yeah. And also they read so fast, like I can't read that fast. I psychologically can't read that fast. So that's one question. And the second question is, how did I do this, like be a booktuber and then work, go to college, go to school? You know, it's really hard to do these things all at once. How do you do that? Because I would like to know, honestly. So those are the two questions I would ask. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I procrastinate a lot, so I feel like giving myself deadlines will be hard. Like I know it's hard with school that I have deadlines I have to do, like even if they're like not made by me, so I have to follow them. It's so hard. I imagine like giving myself deadlines is gonna be even harder, and then being constant in filming and posting, you know, that's gonna be hard. And finding new content to post, because nobody wants the same old stuff to see, right? when did you start reading? Middle school, but then I stopped in high school because I feel like people didn't think it was school enough. But I started back last year. It was really a hard time. I thought that it wasn't cool. Where do you read? I usually read before bed, so in my bed. And lately, since the start of COVID, so the last 2 years, I sometimes, when I don't have anything to do during the day, I will give myself like an hour before I'll start to study or work or whatever I have to do, so I can drink my coffee in the morning and just read. So I wake up a little bit earlier, but I get like an hour to read, so that's a win-win situation. What kind of books do you like to read? I like to read mostly fantasy and historical fiction. I've been new to historical fiction, but I've been really loving it. I mean, depends on the author, but I mean, I feel like that happens for every book. I'm really liking it, but I've read only a few books. Other than that, fantasy is my go-to. Like if I go to a library or a bookstore, I will go to the fantasy section first. But I'm open to like read other genres and read other stuff that I usually read. So if you guys have any suggestions to start with, I will gladly take them. And maybe I will read them this year because I'm excited to read new genres this year. And then it says, sometimes done. What does your book collection look like? So this is a good question because I don't have one. I mean, I have a few books and they're all there. But a few years ago I had to move out of my room and I moved back in, and I never got the books that I taken out back here. Like I have them, but they're not here, like physically here. So as soon as I'll get them back, I will put them up in this thing and clean it out and put back my books in. So I'll show you maybe in a video how I organize it. But first, I don't have that yet, but I will, hopefully. So I hope you liked this video, guys, and if you have any suggestions to get better with better stuff or a suggestion about anything, go ahead and write it in the comment section. I'm open to any criticism. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see my next videos. Bye!